Roll
I'm
them
glad the
tapes
signing
now.
has worked out too, because like,
And thank goodness we bought Cesco and they got Gyökeres.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. What a mad turn of events, by the way. What was it like? So I saw a tweet. Someone was like, "Oh, we wanted Gyökeres, Gyökeres wanted Arsenal, then Arsenal wanted Sesko, but Sesko wanted us." I think we've still ended up with the best deal, which is.
I think they've both gone to the correct destinations.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think if we would have had Gyökeres, I don't think he needs to be in a team.
You don't think he'd be better
like,
for us than Arsenal, though? Because we play with a bit more space and all of that.
We do play with a little bit more in transition, to be fair. I think, and actually low block against Arsenal, teams don't respect us that much, so we don't actually come up against that much low blocks, and that is true. He probably was
Sesko's still a better player, mind you.
But Sesko, I think, has
definitely better.
Sesko's linking close control.
But not if you listen to the media. If you listen to the media, Sesko, worst signing of the summer. Remember that, according to the agents a couple of weeks ago. On top of that, he gets an assist at the weekend, and then the narrative even then is he wasn't very good.
He didn't link up well, right?
He doesn't link up well. He gets an assist.
Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, literally,
strikers are getting that assist.
He got an assist. He was linking up. Like, what? What's going on?
Can I be honest though, Owen? I do feel like Sesko, for me, he's finding it a little bit hard to get into the game enough. I feel like there's another level for him to go though. I do feel like that is a thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I do feel like we have our 210s, and then there's just a little bit of distance between him and the 210s, or he's not touching the football enough. I don't know if it's because he has to drop in, in between the 210s, or connect a bit more with the midfield too. But I just feel like a Manchester United striker, they need to touch the football a lot more.
Because maybe that's something from the coach though, of like, sometimes coaches will say that to strikers of like, look, I want you here, I want you in this spot. Don't go chasing the ball kind of situation, particularly when we're building up. Let them find you. You don't have to like find the ball or anything like that. Maybe that's part of it, particularly if we're going long quite a lot as well. Then because you saw particularly in the first half when they were going long, you got quite a few flick-ons, knockdowns. And that's when I sort of go, there's this weird narrative at the moment that Amorim hasn't tweaked things, or Amorim hasn't adapted, or he hasn't changed anything at all. This is just the players catching up with his way of thinking. And you sort of go, he has adapted though, hasn't he? He has changed a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of on Marcel's point, I would love to see Cesco get that one clean goal, because he's got that. Like he had a couple of bites at the cherry against Brentford. Then he had that little kind of, just fed it into the net from a flick on against Sunderland. It's like you want to see him have like that Cunha moment, because Cunha's goal was so clean, but it was so Cunha. It was like, that is him, close control, getting out your feet and curling it. And I think is he like, along with Bruno, the best, like the top outside the box finishers, I think, in the league in terms of how many goals in the last calendar year. So I would like to see Sesko get that. But the thing is, like, I think Owen just said it there. Like, we are switching the way we play a bit, because his flick on is what changed the Chelsea game within a few minutes. It was his link up play is what got us through that. His assist for Mbeumo is what made us not panic, and it was a pretty good assist, and one that Højlund nor Gyökeres would ever do. And also, like, I think he was played pretty through on goal, and I'm surprised he snatched at it a little bit in the first half, where he could have made it 3 before Mbeumo. So there's all these fine margins, but I actually think he's been pretty solid. And from what what's good, from what we're hearing out of the camps, but what we're seeing as performances, all 4 of those signings have just brought not just a level of quality, but a level of professionalism into the club. And I think if Amorim's trying to get this culture shift, to get somewhat, like, I know I took the mick out of Sancho earlier, but like he snubbed Ross Barkley as he was trudging off, and he didn't even shake his hand. So that's Sancho to me. That's you were the issue. I thought it was a bit harsh to hook him off, to be honest, but that's who you are. Like, you don't care about anyone else, you care about yourself. Whereas all these lot, they don't care. When Xerxes came off for Sesko, he wasn't angry. When Ugarte had to come on, and when like Casemiro had to come off because of the yellow, it's like no one's upset. They're all happy for each other. Sure, for heaven, sorry. It's like that there feels like there's a bit more of a spirit now, and that spirit has kind of been there for the majority of the season. I thought there's a couple of games where maybe it went down, like the Brentford game. I thought was a real bad one. The Fulham game, I still look at. I think that was a big missed opportunity, but the others. Grimsby we won't talk about, but the others, like, I think there is that fighting spirit there, and I think those 4 have definitely brought that in themselves, and Seshko is one of them.
Jason I like the 2 goals.
Which goals? Which 2 goals?
I like the 2 goals Cesco scored, because I think a striker that scored the scruffy goals. Like, I agree we want to see that long range goal, because it's gonna
just for
get
him
us off our seat, but But I love a striker scoring the scruffy goals. You know, like Haaland scores like a tap-in every week, and people just rip into him for whatever reason. I think it's nonsense when people try and rip into Haaland. I love them scruffy goals.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's your job, isn't it?
I agree with your point.
With the point, if it's a goal, it's a goal, isn't it? Just get him in the back of the net, no matter how you get him.
Jason says, when Amad and Bumo go to AFCON, that right-hand side